Hi, I'm Todd Wente, and this is the Daily 180 180 seconds of motivation and inspiration, intended to help you take action and make progress in your life. This is episode 544 of the Daily 180, and today I got to tell you, the one that I'm sharing for all y'all is the one that is hitting me probably harder than anything that I've been looking at over the last several weeks. Again, we're working with some information that came from Tribe of Mentors by Tim Ferriss. We're focusing specifically on a quote from Terry Crews. Let me read the quote, and then I'll talk about why it's been hitting me, and maybe it'll help you as well. The quote is this: "The more you run from your fears, the bigger they get, but the more you run into them, the more they tend to vanish like a mirage." You know, okay. Now, first off, you have to admit, if there's ever going to be anybody that's going to say something like that, it's probably going to be a defensive guy from football, right? Terry Crews played tackle. He played on the defensive line for an American national football team. And I'll tell you what, every defensive guy I've ever known, every guy that plays on the defense that I've ever known, they want to eat people, right? They want to challenge, they want to tackle, they want to go in. And when they look at something that's scary to them, they just go in head first. So it's no surprise to me at all that Terry Crews came back with that statement. But I got to tell you, it's been impacting me. In the last little while, I've been looking at, as many of you, if you've been following during this period of time, I've taken a job as an adjunct faculty member, and so I'm doing a lot of teaching. And right now, one of the classes that I'm teaching is absolutely overwhelming me with the amount of work that has to be done, not just by my students, but by the amount of work I have to do in order to give my students feedback and keep them going. Right? It's just been burying me. On top of that, I've got a proposal for my doctoral program that I'm working on that also is just burying me, and another proposal, actually two proposals for two projects that I'm working on that again just have me just overwhelmed, completely overwhelmed, and maybe not so much afraid of things, but just so overwhelmed that I feel like that I can't get the energy up to take any action. And then I read that quote and I say to myself, oh my goodness, if I'm feeling overwhelmed by this, whether it's because I'm afraid of them or because it just seems like it's an awful lot of work, according to Terry Crews, and I think he's right, the best action that I can take is to run head on to them, run at the things that are overwhelming me, run at the things that are making me frightened. Now, obviously, you don't want to do this if you don't have the skills, you don't have the abilities, but in all of these areas, with all of these things, they're just big things. I have the ability, I have the strength. You probably have things in your life as well that are overwhelming, that are frightening, but that you have the skills to conquer. So instead of letting that fear or that sense of bigness overwhelm you, run head on, run at them. Take a little bit of a bite out of each of those things each day. Make a little bit of progress. That's what I intend to do as soon as I'm done shutting off the Daily 180 for today. I hope this was valuable for you. I hope you can find some value in it that maybe you can share with other people as well. And if you can, share it with them. Share the video link, subscribe, hit the bell to be reminded. And as I always say, this has been the Daily 180. My name is Todd Wente. Go forth and conquer. We'll see you next time.